Hello viewers, welcome to some racing action. I've not got long now, and we're going to jump straight in for some racing, and then we'll be ready to go. Okay, so it's everything ready, and of course there's no sound now, is there? So this race will start shortly, and it's just left me on this screen at the moment. And then we'll be ready to go. So today we're going to do again successful couple of races yesterday. I've turned off all the music now, so it's a bit silent. Basically the music kept getting flagged by YouTube, which is a bit of a pain, so we've turned that off now, so it's just silence and me. Hopefully you'll be able to hear the game okay. Normally I do a bit of testing before a race, but no time to limber up today. It's just going to be straight into the racing. And of course the main thing I learned obviously was the brake bias issue, so I haven't done any practice with the brake bias, so I'm literally just going to practice in the race. But I think within reason, if I brake a little bit earlier, I should be in a good place to improve my times as the race goes on if my tyres are protected. And of course the FIA races are up now. I've never done an FIA race on Gran Turismo, so that'll be very much a case of learning how that works as well. So let's see, this is the room. Okay, so I've qualified in first. Let's see, we've got C's, B's, D's. It's quite a competitive room here, isn't it, to kick off with? Not what I needed, but either way, this race I'm looking to finish top 5. Obviously I'm in first, but you know, I'm not just about the winning. I'm all about making it clean, getting sort of information from my racing rather than just, you know, hard racing at this stage. I think that you've really got to enjoy the racing rather than just think it's all about the winning. For me it really is all about yes, it's nice to win, I like to do well, but at the same time I've got to tone that down until I'm comfortable with the driving and the car, and I've still got a lot to learn at the moment as well. So if we look at the room, good mix of names in terms of the performance. Lots of B's, lots of C's, lots of B's in the mid-pack as well. I think this is going to be a very competitive room. Interesting, you've got a Veyron there in second. Do say hello on the chat if you're watching on there. And here we go. I am going to warm up. Yep, hello everybody. It always feels a bit disconcerting that when there's the Veyron. You're not going to miss that, are you? It's a busy warm up for a change. Normally I come out here and I'm just on my own. I don't know if you can touch each other anyway, but it's good practice to just limber up. Okay, so I feel like we're in it to lose it today. I don't know why, but I don't feel as confident in this race as I have done with some others. So hello to Jason and to everybody else watching. If you do say hello when I'm racing, I'll say hello after the race and catch up on all the comments. It is nice to be in pole position, isn't it, for a change? Hello Phil. It's not my first time I'm starting at the front. Is it? Oh no, I did the other day. You guys are hearing echo from the mic. Right, okay, after the race, I'll fix it. Wow, that guy is going quick. Ooh, that was a bit of a move to... Oh, goodness. Squeezing me on the inside there unnecessarily. You can see this is going to be a little bit more tricky. Now it might be that car's better on its tyres. Trying to take me out as well. That's cheeky. So despite a bit of contact, we he's gaining on me. Damn, nothing I can do really on this straight. It's such a long straight. Trying not to be too hard on the tyres at this stage. If I can just keep track position. So we're about a second off of where we want to be at this stage. really trying to be smooth rather than aggressive at this stage. So my concentration is not on pushing limits, it's on careful progressive acceleration and smooth steering input. Oh, I've gone wide. That was a mistake. So tyres had worn just a little bit more than I'd anticipated then. I'm quite surprised he's not slipstreaming me at this stage. But, wear at this stage isn't too bad compared to what I've had before. We'll see after this lap. Okay, just hanging in there now, trying to focus. Tyres are gone for me. Wow, tyres were gone then. So the tyres didn't hang on in quite the way. Then Memphis saying, why do I like this sim more than other sims? I don't know, I'm just enjoying it right now, just really enjoying it. Terrible. Made a mistake then, so this will be a 2:11. 2:12 even. Terrible lap, but this guy behind me is like glue. Can't get rid of him. Also, I'm sticking to one game for a bit. I just want to play a game and, you know, enjoy it rather than just jump from game to game. Tyres are wearing. Tyres are wearing bad. It's okay. The tyres are really falling off, don't they? But they're not as bad as they have been for me, so brake bias is helping. That was hard work then. That was a really hard work. Tougher field. Okay. Right, here we go. Goodness. So now I can talk, viewers. Hello, viewers. That was serious talk. So Memphis is saying, seems like Chiefs won any other sim. Why is that for UV? I don't know at the moment. I've got a feel for the game. I like the width, the scale. I feel it's very approachable. It's got a good structure to it that's working. I did play iRacing, but on a few occasions I got taken out and didn't know the quick way to leap to the pits, and I've just found the racing to be much cleaner on here. It's picked up quicker where it should place you in terms of good players and bad players, stuff like that. And yeah, at least the echo's gone. Phil's asking, are you entering the FIAs tonight? I don't know. I don't know what they are or what tracks they are and stuff like that. I haven't looked into it, and I have no... Maybe I will, just to study actually, because it's worth me doing it, isn't it? Just to see how I get on. But good news, another victory there, and it's not a result. 3 wins and a pole position, and there you go. So another result there. That was actually quite a lot of concentration, viewers. Quite a lot of concentration. I was really focused then. I just wanted to get that race in the bag. It was quite a tough lobby of, you know, B's and C's and D's. There we go. Thanks for the race. Awesome. Yeah, that guy pushed me hard in second there, that B. But look at that. Oh, that was a good race. There we go. Oh, everybody's already gone. You've got to be quicker than that, haven't you? It's a bit slower with the wheel than it is with a control pad, I can tell you. Oh, wow, that was a race to start with, viewers. I tell you. Well, next one's at 6 o'clock. Shall we do the next one as well? We'll do the next one. Oh, I tell you, that was a concentration session there. It has to be said. Right, Phil says you can enter more than once on a new system that starts tonight. I did read a bit about that. What time are the races? Does anyone know what time the races are for these FIA races? I suppose I could stream a race. If I go into it, does it register me in straight away? Do you guys know? I don't want to go into it until I know what I'm entering in for, basically. Let me know if you're... I'm going to take a look online while let's see if I can find out what the FIA races for tonight are. Let's see what we can find out. Schedule. So what are we, 19th? So Nations Cup. So that's Brazil. So Nations Cup is Brazil. Okay, and the other cup is Austria. But it doesn't say what car and what car it's going to be as well. So GR3. All right then. So Brazil is always a track that I'm comfortable with. So I guess like each entry duration depends what time the race is. So I will do it if there are so 5 to 9. There's a race every hour, is there? I've not done enough practice. I've not done any practice. So is there a qualifying? Shall we take a look? Let's take a look in the Nations Cup just to see. What time the race? It doesn't tell you though, does it? It says 5 till 9. So what is that? 12 minutes past 7. Alright, let's take a look then. So, oh, I see, right, okay. Oh God, I have no practice though, you know. Got, like, I wouldn't even know where my breaking points are. It'd be pointless entering it if I do that one. Let's do... Let's come back. So GR3, I don't know, I've never done these before, guys, so that's why I literally hadn't started playing Gran Turismo properly until last week. So I've only done, what was that? That was my, I think my 9th race online, so I've never done the FIA stuff. I don't know where you qualify for the... I don't know where you qualify for these races. I thought there'd be a qualifying. Perhaps there is if you go into it, but I don't want to sign up for it and then not do it, basically. What we can do then is... what we can do is do another race on Tokyo and then do a bit of practice. Right, I see. Okay, that you can only practice. So if I click 7 o'clock. Oh, I see. Right, okay. Free practice. Let's have a look then at free practice. I assume this will be the car. Let's see how we get on. You're getting an echo on the sound. Okay, bear with me. Let's see what could be causing it. Okay, so let's turn this one down. Okay, let me know if that's better for you guys, if the echo is gone now. We've got so many different sound channels here. Hopefully that's better for you guys. Let's have a little look at this then. Should I do another? Turkey? Let's have a look at this. Let's just have a look at this in practice, shall we? This is why you need to practice, because otherwise you'll go into a race like this and I won't know the braking points, I won't know the gears. At least if I can be, even if I'm a second and a half off where I should be, I'd rather be there than flying off courses. And so 150, 100, just before 50. We could break nearer to the 50 there. Oh! Okay, see, we don't want that to happen when we're racing, do we? So, we were going to have racing, but now we're going to have a bit of practice session then for an FIA race, which is quite exciting, especially given the fact that I don't know the gears for the corners. Where is Sneaky 25 when you need him to show you what to do? Not something's happened to me before. That's interesting. Very interesting. Okay, you can barely hear me now. Okay, I don't know what's going on, guys. Let's see if we can fix this. Okay. Turn that up a bit more. Can you hear me now? Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me now. Can you hear me? Okay, is there any way to know what cars people are using that are doing well? Can we look at leaderboard and standings before I exit the screen? And I've got this one. Because this car is really lacking grip at the moment. I know that there might be other cars that have slightly more stability for racing rather than qualifying. That's better, is it? Okay, great, guys. Okay, so just trying to learn the course a bit here in terms of this car has no grip. You know what? Let's back out of there for a minute. I've seen the problem. It'd help if I had soft tyres on the car. No, we do have soft. Okay, it didn't feel right. Let's change car. Let's look at rankings, see what everyone's using. Are they all using this car? They are using this car. Blimey. Feels to me like it has no grip. So 128. I am not confident about this at all. Alright then. Thanks for the help, guys. I know it seems like beginner error stuff to you guys. It's just doing this while you're streaming. You always feel a bit naked when you don't know something because you just got to do it live and learn it. So we have to learn what these guys are doing. How are they getting their speed? And we haven't got time to. See what the tyres are screaming around that corner. They're really not going to like it in the race. I don't know why the car span out in the final corner either, so that's going to be what I need to figure out. Really wide round there. Tell you what, it does feel very slow as well, I think, compared to the Lamborghini that's just driving. It just feels so much quicker. So the car loses grip through that corner. So if we're about 5 seconds off the pace, we'll be lucky. 135. Let's give us that at least, and then we know we can start building on something. Okay. So what I'm just trying to do here is just test different gears, look at the torque through the corner and see what works in terms of lines and lost a lot of speed there, didn't we? So it's a critical corner to get right, but it's about getting a drive on the exit. So what I found is that you need to short shift some of these gears to prevent wheel spin. Way off the pace though. Difficult, isn't it? Driving fast, if it was just a case of driving round and gradually understanding how to do that, it's trying to find out where they're getting the lap time from when you don't have much time. Glad they didn't enter the 6 o'clock one, my goodness. Otherwise I'd have been doing this in the race. Steers a little bit there, maybe second to get the car in, then quick shift to third, get on the exit on the power, use all the gear here. Let's just try third for a second. It's a better start, isn't it, to the lap there. Third works around that first corner. Too quick on my downshifts. Lost all that time. So we've got turn 1, it's gear 3. I'll take off half a second. Penalty now, that's alright. So you've got to slow down when you get a penalty, even though you're in practice. Why is the penalty not going down? I don't understand what that means. Okay, whatever that was, that's weird. So is it different in the races? Do you Is the penalty different when you're in the races? I don't really know what that means. Normally you just decelerate and the time goes down, so... So I can see that just staying on the track is going to be the challenge in this car. Getting these braking points right is going to be critical when your tyres go down. I think that was a penalty again there, so I stepped off the gas. Not that I'm on a time anyway. There are penalty zones in the FIA races, right. I see, right, okay. Thank you for that, Michael. Appreciate that, Phil. Let's appreciate the feedback. It's very frustrating. I know that I'm up against people. I know I'm not going to win. I just want to, you know, not be utterly destroyed. Do you know what I mean? You just want to at least keep it on the track and. Tried fourth gear there. Didn't make it, did it? Don't know what happened there, must have touched a bit of blade of grass. Got to get it down to the 120s at least. So learning on the fly here, viewers. See to your Pantalone. That car got right in the way then. Gear change is vicious on that corner. You really feel like the car could just snap away from you. Did a Charles Leclerc then. Third or second through that corner, I just don't know. Don't have the time to figure it out. Thiki's in here as well. A man who knows his gears. I'm just trying to learn my gears for corners here. And that ghost car keeps getting right in my way at that point. And I'm all over the place here. So let's see if we can put a lap together at the very least. Try and be gentler into this corner. it's so difficult to drive on this track. I will say it's surely challenging to drive. The grip is really, really low on this circuit. Surprising compared to the, I think it's the varied undulation compared to the flatness relatively of the Tokyo circuits that we've raced on. Start for this lap. I'll look at your comments in just a moment. So thinking about comments and not driving. Got to focus on the driving. Got to focus on the driving. Ah, hi guys. I am looking at your comments. Just for a moment. I've got to focus on these laps. And it's all, the lap time is all there. It's just understanding the gears for the corners at every speed, and then it will gradually. Some corners I was quicker on before the race started, but before the quali started. But I will say this: part of the practice I'm doing is also about understanding how I'm going to drive it in a race, because how I'll drive it in the race will be slightly different to obviously qualifying laps. And it's going to be about, I think, survival of the fittest on this course. It really is that challenging. Power is all over the place. Right, let's try and relax into a proper lap. It kind of frustrates you, doesn't it, when it's just not coming together. Still not there, is it? Wow. I mean, that can happen at any time in the race. That's really got to hit these lines right. This is a challenge. This is a challenge, yes. Okay, so thinking you. Okay, let's move the brake bias forward then. You are a man who knows your stuff on this game. I've been watching your streams, and it's funny actually, because when you first start playing a racing game, you do a time and you think it's quick, and you say, oh, that's the best I could do today, and then you learn how to go 2 seconds quicker, and then you think, oh, that feels so slow, that original lap. But every race you're building capacity, you're building a little bit more speed, you're understanding what gears to go through corners and where's on the limit, what's the line. And then normally I go to bed and I get up the next day and I get on the game again, and it all comes together for me. It's funny, it's not something that always happens when I'm doing it at the time, but there's a lot of areas on this course that can just catch you out. Okay, and relax. Let's try this again. Shift is horrible, isn't it? You literally feel the car lurch a little bit every time you change gear. But look, losing a second just on that first. wait on the power there. That felt like an eternity. We're 2 seconds off of where we want to be in terms of competitive times. But now we've got a time that's not terrible. It's about finding stability in lap times now. And that's my next. It's one thing being able to go quick over one lap. Understeer all the way. Okay, we're learning every time. Okay, so I'm going to read some of your comments in a moment. As soon as I make a next mistake, I'm going to pull over and have a look at some of your comments and see what I can do. Just quite a bit of concentration required on this lap at the moment, so and there we have it. Nice time to pull over. Okay, let's look at some of your comments. So, Dinky, radar's pointless. Yep, that's the same for me. I don't use the radar. I don't need the radar. My head is my radar. I know where everybody is all the time, so or where they should be and what they're doing. Very rarely is somebody going to sneak up on me without me spotting it. Wicked just never noticed flag potentially before. Nice details there are. There are nice details. I quite like the blue flag, guys. Auto shift just before end revs. It's a bit faster. Okay, so here I'll look into that. It's very different with different cars, isn't it? This is a very strange car. The gear shifts, if you shift down obviously too quick, you lock up the wheels, there's lots of technicalities with this car. It's a lot more difficult to drive without traction control than a lot of them. And there is no point to getting on the power before the car is ready, because it will just spit you out basically. That was an unexpected slide. It's been very progressive then. It's a cheeky sliding car. Is that final corner a third or second gear entry? That's my question. Is that final corner? Do we need seconds for a second just to get it into the corner? Or can we do it in third? The car seems to understeer in third and take a while to get on the power. Missing that apex every time. Oh, I did it in fourth by accident, right. Let's see if we can... Being asked if I've heard anything about GT7. No, this is the focus for Bliffney at the moment. It really is building this up, and so there's rumours now of Formula E coming to it. If Formula E does come to it, one would have to assume that they're going to release Formula E tracks, but bearing in mind that Kazunori's arrangement as with Jean Todt, you can bet that Jean is going to want to market Formula E over anything else. Okay, don't ride those curves then. Oh, this car is... Oh, it's a tricky one to drive. Even when you crash off, it's going to be hard getting back on the track when you're under pressure. And let's see how we get on this lap and improve things. And let's see who else we have. So try and improve this lap time. Can't seem to find the consistency through that corner yet. That's what's going to happen to me in the race all race long if I don't find that braking point properly. Still, let's just get some consistent laps going. Then I'm going to have a little break and I don't know, second or third. The apex. I think third is more balanced. I think if we can balance it correctly, we can take third through there. It's just really feathering the throttle, a bit of throttle through the corner. Infuriating. Wow, okay. That's going to need a little break for a minute. So, take the headphones off for a second. Wow, I'll tell you, this is a hard circuit to learn. I don't feel confident at all going in for a race. Got to pull together some consistency. My lap times are 2 seconds behind where they need to be. If I'm not doing a base 1 minute 30 in the race, I'm not going to be anywhere. And at the moment, it's just hard enough trying to push a 131 with what I've got so far. So it is challenging, has to be said. Max was saying, what wheel would you suggest on a budget? Personally, for me, I'd probably go with the Thrustmaster T300. So £250. It's a great wheel. And T300 or a TX wheel if you have an Xbox, and that would obviously PlayStation T300 is what I would go for. Great wheel, and you can get your lap times will be fine. There's no problem there. I'm finding is that they're definitely just little things that you nibble at the track here and there, and they'll just bite back at you. So you've just got to be so defensive. Right, let's back out of this. Let's take a look at these top 10 lap times, and absolutely, we've got 541 WRC sniff test confirmed. Good man, you've seen the sniff test. That's good. It's very important when dealing with leather wheels. Very important. The most important thing. Everything else is secondary. Right. Okay. So level 28. So 17 laps there. We've improved to a 131. We've done a few 131s, 131 380. So there's definitely better there. Getting through turn 1 is the key thing, and I haven't put together. Again, there you can see a good first sector. Second sector wasn't terrible, but yeah, there's not a lot more time for me finding in the lap at the moment. I'm not finding the time. Look at the ranking board. Top 10 stars. How do we see this replay? Is there a replay button? I don't know if we... Does anyone know? I don't know what button you're supposed to press on here if there is one. I have absolutely no idea. So I'm going to have a little break for a moment because we're going to have a race in a bit, and then I'll have the race. And then we're going to see how we get on, basically. I wonder if I should have another day's practice, try it tomorrow, but I don't know how long these go on for. I don't know what button to press to watch the top 10 times here. Do you guys know? Quite a long way off. 128, that is storming round. Oh there, Tisney. Of course I interviewed some of these chaps at the GT Academy a few years ago. It's great to see they're still here. Same old names, topping leaderboards, but these guys have been playing Gran Turismo constantly for like 8 years, so I'm not necessarily going to get in that second. You have only one chance at the race. Apparently you have multiple chances. Apparently you have multiple chances now, Michael, according to some information. Well, I don't know how to get a replay going, which is... Does anyone know if there's a button you press which gives you a replay? Do let me know. It's all exciting on this stream. Every Wednesday and Saturday. Alright, I'm going to enter this race at 7 o'clock. I'm going to leave this here just for a moment and I'll be right back, guys. Just get a drink and be right back. So hang in there if you're watching the stream. 7 o'clock I'll enter this race, and then we'll just see how we get on. I believe we can enter it multiple times, and if we can't, well, it's a learning experience, isn't it? Look at it from the main menu, leaderboard. Right, okay. Let's have a look at it. We can just whack it on for a second. I see. Okay, thanks for that. Raxel's racing days are over. For me at the moment, I've got a big feeling I'm just going to spin out on this race. I don't really have any confidence in the handling of the car at all. It's just, the problem is that it's spinning out at times, and I've got to figure out why. Once you know why, it's easy then. Just, well, I say easy, but it's, you know what you're doing. And we do camera views. Okay, let's see what he was doing. Does it tell me gears? Information? No. Fourth through there. That's interesting. Fifth. So we might watch the beginning again. Fifth. He's in that third. Right near to the cone. That's interesting. Bit of curb, third all the way around there. Can't actually see it, he's right behind the third, fourth, fifth, quick shift, sixth, wow, okay, third final corner, okay. So we've worked that one out. This game inside out, don't they? Thirteen laps. Right. So have one more look. One more look, and then I'm going to have a quick break, and then I'll be straight back, guys, after a couple of minutes. Let's watch this again. If not, then what I might do is just run this on Saturday or something later. This is not going to be my finest moment, but we'll try it out. I think if I can just go around cleanly, I think it will finish my mid pack, and then that'll be fine. So he does that in third. A little bit of curb. Oh, lots of curb on the second part. That's interesting. See, how can that be legal? It's very difficult to know what's a legal corner and what's not. It's interesting. massive crowd there. It's very interesting. That gives them a massive amount of time down that straight. You don't want to pick up a penalty there like that in the race. That's a really tricky, aggressive strategy. It must be marginal to where the penalties are. Other than that, really, it's about gear selection. Minor tweaks all the way around, isn't it? It's a different kind of drive. Look how wide he went there. Very wide line connecting the cone. Using all the track and the exit there as well. Again here, really tight. Can't see what gear is in there. Give me everything. Slow. Third gear through there. Okay. Right. Oh, it's a shame here when people getting their ranks reset. Another break, guys. I'll be back in a moment. I'll keep the stream running and then we'll be ready at 7 o'clock. Alright. Okay, back again. And I forgot my glasses. Right, hold on a minute. Need those. No, we will do it. We will do it. Okay, guys, back again. There we go. So, enter in race entry, and how long do we have? We've got a few minutes, and then we are ready to go. So we'll enter the race. It's not letting me free practice. I thought it would let me free practice. Right. And it does let me free practice. So let's just go in and see if we can practice, and then try and learn what we've learned very quickly. I've got a bit of a headache and everything right now, but I'm going to do this and do the best we can to try and just keep it on the track. The objective of this race is for me to finish mid-pack. If I can just get it round and finish mid-pack, I think I've done a good job. It's very hard to drive and with very little practice. So, okay, let's just check everything is set up correctly. Now, I'm assuming we'll have pit stops in this race. Does anyone know if we'll have one or two? Does anyone know? car's come alright at all, but just trying to be progressive there. Just not getting the centre S right at all. Used to be a corner I used to get. You can see I hit a bit of grass there, which meant I had to step on the brake a bit longer. It was good that I kept control. So if we do 13 laps like that, we'll be home and dry and in good shape. Also, it feels a bit stressful, doesn't it? Okay, let me turn the game sound down a bit for you guys, just so you guys can hear me. We'll just turn it down a little bit to there. Okay, let me know if that's better for you guys. Obviously when the race is going, I'm not going to be able to change a thing, so let me know about the pit stops, if anyone knows how many pit stops there's going to be in the race. Braking way too late. It's quite a tricky corner because then, like you say, you get it. He was using all the curb there, and he was going in third here. Now, was he shifting? Not to say fuel, but it seems that when I was watching a lap, there was a lot of short shifting going on. Almost like you've got to change gear before the car's even into gear. This car will need 2 pit stops, right? So I'm going to have to be looking quite closely at my I'll be looking quite closely at my gauge to see where look at the difference it made braking earlier there. Really closed right up. Okay. Braking way too late. The car was quite stable over that, wasn't it? So perhaps that is the way to go over that, to attack that lump more. So little time to practice, but at least you can enter multiple times. So at least I can study today, learn a strategy, and then apply a better strategy at the weekend. The only problem is everyone else will be aiming to do that as well. So I'm short shifting because I saw they were short shifting. So okay, so wow, what a difference that makes. I'm braking too late because I'm going quicker than I was before. My braking point had changed, so that gives you an idea of, it seems like you're braking at the same time, which I am. Whoa, whoa, something's happened. Oh, wow, that was a bit of a shock. Right, I thought my PlayStation had gone off for a second. All right then. Well, it's put me in pole position, so that's something at least. I wonder if my sportsmanship rating is helping me in terms of qualifying time, you know, in terms of being sorted. I don't know when to pit. I don't know what I'm doing. It's quite nerve-wracking actually. We'll see how we get on. Okay, I don't know when it gives me a power. So it drives you through here. Okay then. So there's another qualifying now, and that was a practice. Now we have qualifying. Right. Alright, cool my head down. Quite hot. Okay. This is all a learning experience, isn't it? Wow. It's interesting. Just driving through people there. BMWs, eh? What can you say? Are they ghosts? I don't know. Are they ghosts? I don't know if they're ghosts, so I'm not going to give myself a bit of space then. They're all going so slowly. Is it because they don't want to wear their tyres out in their warm-up? I want to give myself some space, you guys. Ah, well. Guy goes in the back of me and I have no space, so... Ah, well. They look solid, so I'm guessing they are. There's no point in me even doing this, is there? Because I'm completely blocked at the moment. Just let this guy by. Completely blocked. So if you're the first guy out the pits, you're basically in a really good place, aren't you? Other than that, everybody's bumping into each other. Oh, someone's saying change tyres. See, basically, if you're stuffed, aren't you? If you're stuck behind somebody who's not that quick. I'll just sit behind somebody now and put in a banker lap. Don't crash into me. So Sage is washing. Good to catch it live. This is slightly different because it's can't get the car going here. Wasn't engaging a gear. So I'll pit this lap then. Okay, I'm not talking as much tonight, viewers, because I'm concentrating a bit on what's going on here, because I'm trying to take it all in, learn how you do these events, and so now we really want to try and put in a good lap if we can now. Let's hope it lets us. Right, second on the grid then. Right, Keith says don't refuel though. Do I need to refuel in the race? I'm assuming I will. Thiki, sorry, Thiki. Right. I'm just going to concentrate on the driving. Every now and again when I'm on a straight, I'm going to look at my details and then I'm going to see where I am. But front row, can't argue with that. Nipped it in there, the end there, and I could have gone a bit quicker even at the end, but just held off on the front row. So we'll see how we get on. The hardest part there was getting a bit of clear track to actually race on. That was the hardest part there. Calm, calm. We need to be a ball of calm. Calm. Okay. Okay, so looking at the times, we stand a good place of just doing okay if we just settle down and just aim for a top 5 position today. Thanks random person. Well, okay, it's like a TV show. Okay. This is where the serious stuff begins. And in first place it's Sanya GT, followed by Miles VG, second place. So it's close between the front three, and then it's all going to depend. That Porsche was quick, actually. All these guys in the top sort of 31, 32 have a capability of winning. It all depends on mistakes, and I've just got to make sure that I keep driving within my limit. That's the key thing today, drive within my limit. And actually in my qualifying lap I didn't push it to the limit. I just did a banker really, but it worked. That's what we need. Martin Brundle on the grid. I did my first grid walk this year and it's quite entertaining at Silverstone. You'll see my interview with Anthony Davidson, of course, on the website. It's a big field, isn't it? Oh, I see you did a little wheel turn there just to show off. He seems to be slowing down for some reason, I don't know why. Bit of brake testing going on there was. That's me blown it. He's gone into the pits. So he's picked a good time to go in and then come out ahead of me. I'm assuming his tyres had gone though, so... My tyres are gone as well. I guess I don't refuel. Okay, clear tracks, perfect. Second place then, when it all shakes up hopefully. Where's the other car gone? My tyres have really, they're not completely worn on the thing, but I feel like they're dead to me. The tyres are just gone. It's weird. To stick 2 laps to go, so sod it. I'm really struggling with grip. Guy behind me is much quicker. Oh, he might do me into the final corner or something. I can feel it. His tyres are just way better than mine at this stage. And that guy tried it at the wrong point. I'm a fair racer, but defensive driving was required on those last couple of corners, and he never had a chance there. A win! A win, viewers. Oh, wow, that was something, wasn't it? That was something, viewers. I'm sorry I'm not talking much during the stream. That was just pure... You know what? I just can't talk and drive. Serious drive. That was... Honestly, there was no grip for me at the end there. He did try to tap me. I was aware of what he was trying to do. You'll notice I altered my line and my gear to compensate. The one thing I haven't done in many of my videos yet is I've always said to you that I let people buy, but that doesn't mean that I need to. I could drive very defensively. I understand my racecraft, so get in there, viewers. Oh, well, FIA win! Yay! Oh, that was great. That was great. And it should see me become a B, which it has. I'm now a B. So I'm now a B driver. In 1 week, I've got myself up to a B. So that was good. That was good. Yeah. Thanks for the race. Oh, I forgot to save the bloody replay. Oh well. That was a tough race. I know it looks easy when you're just on your own and you're not. Sometimes a race isn't always challenging when you're dicing with other people. The win of that race came from after the pit stop. I just knuckled down and did a few good laps, and that was it. It was. I didn't save the replay, which is a shame because that would have been good to have analysed it afterwards and had a look at it, which is a real shame. Do you know, I have to say that is absolutely exhausting. That was exhausting. It's just taking it all in while you're driving. When's the best time to have a pit stop? The tyres literally fell off on lap 6, like literally fell off the earth on that final corner. So you really want to make sure that you maximise the beginning part of that stint. I'm glad I pitted when I did, but the guy behind me seemed to be much quicker towards the end there. Whatever he was doing with his brake bias or whatever was going on, I don't know how to save. I can't save it, can I? I've already exited the race, so forgot to save the replay, which is a real shame. Because I would like to have saved that and had a look at some of the details again, which is a bit of a shame. Very frustrating, isn't it? You're sort of all in the moment, and then suddenly, you know, it's over. Oh, wow! Well, I hope you enjoyed that race tonight, viewers. That was a good race. What do you have to do? How many points do you have to get? I see. So he pitted again and then gained on me in those last few laps. That's why he disappeared, right? And it didn't work out for him, did it? So 2 pit stops wasn't the way to go for him. He had to make a lunge into the final corner, though. I understood that, but he just wasn't close enough. You know, at the end of the day, towards the end there, he wasn't close enough. So, well, what I did notice was his tyres fell off a lap before mine. So that was really interesting to see how his tyres fell off. His tyres did not last as well as mine did. So that explains why he could go very quick and then need to pit and do it again. So That's good. I think if you're good, you know what's been good practice is that GR4 race this week. It's been good practice because we've been learning how to work with our tyres and really get the most out of it. But yeah, there's no way to recall a replay, is there, from a race once you leave the lobby, I'm guessing? Does anyone know? I guess not. Ah, that's a good, yeah, I think that's a good call. The problem with a medium tyre is that if you can manage the soft, as I was managing it, I think go with the soft. Like if you can manage the soft, go with the soft. I think that the soft fell off very quickly there, though, didn't it? But I think that was about right. I mean, I think that there was a couple of mistakes I made there where the tyre fall off is quicker than I was expecting. So where can I save the replay now? Now I've left the lobby. Is it still going to be here somewhere, or? Is it? Oh, so I've already. I can't save the race replay now. Then I've already exited the screen. Damn. Oh well, so I've missed that replay. I'd like to have watched that again just to have seen my race and understood some elements of it. So yeah, it was an interesting race. So a lot of the time there I wasn't pushing as hard as I could. I was just being very progressive, thinking let's take care of the tyres, let's take care of the tyres. That's a lot of what I was doing. There was one stage of the race where I turned my engine map down when I could have overtaken him, because I thought we were going to need to refuel, and you don't. So no refueling required. And you know, really, I think just if you can hang in there for that first 7 laps, you know, I think what's surprising is how quick the tyre deg on the second stint is when there's less fuel in the car. Because when there's less fuel, you'd expect those tyres to last a lap or two longer, and they don't. They fall off in exactly the same way as they do. But no, that was a bloody good race. And so how do you so I'll be watching Thiki's stream as well, just to see how it's done properly. I'm expecting you to do a lot better. A nice new car for the collection as well, but it's just good to get a win. That was quite a tense race, isn't it? These FIA races are a whole different ball game to just standard online stuff. I could feel that everybody was pushing that a bit harder. How many times do you need to do the race? What's the point of the FIA race? Do you need to do it again and again to keep getting points, or does it add up your overall time and then go from there, or how does it actually work? That's what I'd be interested to know. Do you need to win it several times to progress? Anyone's got any answers to that? I'd be quite interested to know, actually. But I hope that was good for you guys to watch if you are entering the race and you're learning things from it. You're learning that you know, tyre wear is very high on this car. I mean, that it's a bit like as I say, the Tokyo race currently. You know, you get to that last lap or so and you're braking quite a bit earlier and you can't get on the power. The car just will not grip, and you can feel it's not gripping all the way through the corner. It's I see, yeah. Of course, yeah, it's down to the deg setting. So, well, bloody shame didn't save the replay, but I would have put that together as a separate video, looking at it in a bit more detail and seeing what else happened. But that was a good race. And the other guy there thought he had enough of a gap to pit again and catch up. But as far as I'm concerned, that's a definite one pit stop race if you're in that particular car. You really just want to hang on that extra lap in the first stint to keep the grip. And I didn't go as quick as I could have when he pulled off, because it kind of, believe it or not, it sort of, when a car suddenly disappears in front of you and you think, what's going on? It sounds silly, but your you're so focused on that car and just metronomically sort of closing in on it that when he pulls off, suddenly you lose a sense of focus. Sounds a bit silly, but that's all I could focus on. And it's like, oh, now I'm leading. Now I'm the one who's got to control the pace. So it was interesting to see how that worked. If he had had an extra couple of seconds on me, I think if you have a gap of maybe 5 or 6 seconds over second place, perhaps, I didn't look at what the gap was, and we can't see the replay to guess, but maybe if you have a large gap, then that might help you. But as I say, just have to be canny in those last few corners, basically. And I think that's it. I'm knackered now. I've had my 2 races today, won both races, 2 wins. Get in there, and that's it. I'm gonna watch Thiki later, and he's going to show you guys how it's done, proper pro. And there's also the manufacturer FIA race to do. Yeah, obviously we're not going to do that right now, but I'm going to have a look at that, because I've got to, you've got to practice the circuit and everything. But it's Austria, Red Bull Ring, in the GR4, so hard tyre. Oh, hard tyres. And it's 11 laps. So I'm guessing that's going to be the Lamborghini. We can take a look. We can take a quick look before we sign off today, just to see. Oh no, that's not what we wanted, is it? Oh, it is what we wanted. Sorry, I'm getting completely mixed up. I see, right, okay. Well, I'm not going to do that right now until I know what manufacturer I need to sign with. I'm guessing it's going to be Lamborghini, but if someone can tell me a bit about the manufacturer race, I might watch that being done. Right, I think he's going to set up his stream now. Everybody go and watch that instead, and I'll finish off here and watch it as well. But listen, I think that's it for now, and glad some of you guys have got to make the live stream this evening, and as I say, I will get into a time soon with it all, and that's it for now. But that's it for us. A couple of races, a couple of wins, and there'll be more from me very soon.